What if someone told you your mother was dead? What if you grew up believing she was gone, only to find out 17 years later that she had been alive all along? This is not a movie. This is a true story. Welcome to Reunion Archives. Our story begins in Iran. A girl named Zarin was only 15 years old when her family forced her into marriage. She was a child herself. At 16, she became a mother. Her daughter, Spenta, was born, but Zarin was too young. She says, "We grew up like playmates. When Spenta cried, I didn't know if she was hungry or sick. Despite everything, she loved her daughter deeply. But when Spenta was 8 years old, everything changed. Under Iranian law, custody of a daughter goes to the father after age 7. The court allowed Zarin to see Spenta once a month. Then came the last visit. Zarin remembers. We hugged and sat on the ground crying. We didn't care who watched after that day. Spenta's father took her away. He told Spenta, "Your mother is dead." He told Zarin, "Your daughter doesn't want you." For 17 years, they lived with these lies. Spenta grew up believing her mother was gone. She celebrated birthdays alone. She cried alone. And Zarin, she lived her own nightmare. She says, "On her birthdays, I bought gifts. I wrapped them. Then I sat alone and cried like a crazy person." Years passed. In 2016, Zarin fled Iran. She traveled through Turkey, Greece, and the Balkans. She reached Germany as a refugee. She started working as a hairstylist. She built a new life. But she never stopped hoping. She kept her social media public. She thought, maybe one day my daughter will find me. And then, one day, it happened. Spenta, now a young woman, started searching online. She typed her mother's name. She scrolled through hundreds of profiles. And then she found her Zarin, her mother, alive. In Germany, her hands shook. Her heart pounded. She sent a message. It said, "Is this really you, mother?" When Zarin read those words, her legs gave way. She sank to the floor and cried. 17 years of waiting. 17 years of hoping. And now this. They started video calling. But for days, they could barely speak. They just looked at each other through the screen, both crying. With help from a psychologist, they slowly began to heal. They talked for months. They built a bridge over 17 years of silence. Finally, in the summer of 2022, Spenta traveled to Germany. Zarin saw her daughter get out of the car. She was a woman now, but her eyes were the same. They ran to each other. They hugged. They sat on the ground and cried for half an hour. Through her tears, Spenta kept saying, "I hope no mother and child ever have to be separated again." It has now been over a year. Zarin and Spenta live in the same country. They celebrate birthdays together. Their birthdays are only 3 days apart. Spenta says, "It still feels like a dream, a beautiful trauma. We have made memories, but they cannot replace 17 lost years." Zarin watches her daughter constantly. She says, "Getting to know her was difficult. She grew up in a different world, but I see myself in her more every day." Then she says something you will never forget. "I spend hours just watching her. Seeing her has brought me back to life. I was dead for 17 years. Now I am alive again." 17 years stolen by lies. A mother and daughter reunited by hope. If this story touched your heart, please like this video and subscribe to Reunion Archives for more incredible true stories. Share this with someone who needs to believe in hope today. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next reunion.